If you're an endurance athlete and you want to say you've had a career of being an athlete, if you don't have SOS in that experience, you haven't lived.
Well, I think people were intrigued with the format. It made it more of an adventure, more of a survival course, and people enjoyed being part of it, and it became a community.
Well, the thing about this race, it's like a big family, really.
Everybody wants to volunteer and come out and support everyone that's attempting this challenge.
150 athletes make it into SOS every year. When you look at the volunteer list, there's 250 volunteers. There's volunteers who have 15, 20 years. So you see the same faces, and there's people that remember you from one year to the next. And that's the kind of race it is. It's not like you're just a number. People know who you are.
Obviously, it's a little untraditional from a regular triathlon, but I think that makes it interesting.
The bike course is gorgeous. You know, you get through some of the hairy spots, a couple little downhills here and there, and then you get to a 5-mile climb. You know, a 5-mile climb changes it. As you climb up each little step of this climb, you start to be able to see the finish line. And one thing that's cool about SOS is you can see the finish at many points throughout the race course. So you're 20 miles away, but you can see where you're gonna finish.
You run on really some of the nicest trails that you can ever hope for, to swimming in crystal clear lakes.
SOS Triathlon is unique because you have to bring your shoes with you. Over the years, I've tried a bunch of different techniques.
Some people carry their shoes in like an inflatable bag behind them with a strap.
You have to hop out on the other side, run to the next lake with your shoes.
That's the one thing that most people are fascinated by, because they hear, you carry your shoes? What do you mean? Don't they get wet? Yeah, they get wet. Did you miss the first name of the race? Survival of the Shanga. You don't have perfectly dry shoes. You don't have perfectly dry socks. And that starts to make you realize, you know, what's unique about the race.
It's an intimidating course because it's a long distance. It's unusual, especially to get into a swim at the end when you got 18 miles in your legs.
You call this race survival for a reason. It's a very difficult undertaking. And it's a badge of honor to wear the shirt.
Later on in the race, when you just almost want to walk, want to quit, and just making yourself do it is kind of a huge challenge, more so than traditional races.
You might be on your own for hours and hours. It's a good time to reflect and commune with nature.
First time that you cross the finish line at SOS, it changes you.
It's just like, I can't believe I did this. I accomplished. It's a huge accomplishment.
Your spirits are lifted and it just feels great. I mean, it's just great.
Finally, they said, you know, you're a survivor. To me, you never get tired of hearing that.
They say once you do SOS, you never go back.
You'll never do another race that'll make your life that fulfilling from an endurance point.